What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Fish with my buddy Tony. Tony, wave at the camera. We're gonna chase them. I think people are probably watching ads right now. I apologize for that, folks. Mm, there we go. Yep, ads, 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 ads. About that, folks. But if you don't have ads, YouTube does not push your content. We'll wait for them to end. Let me know when the ads are done. There we go. Now I can see me. Woohoo! What's up, everybody? Beautiful night out here. It's quiet. It's calm. It's cool. We'll see what that does to the bite. We got a whole cooler. You see that? Whole cooler full of shad. We got live bait. We're going to do some fishing. Thanks, Tim, for joining the member, for being a member. Appreciate you. Let's say hello to some people here. Chris Everett was in here earlier. Frank was in here earlier. Mr. Sampy, what's up, buddy? Raining Catfish. I like that. Says good luck. There's my friend, Mr. Chucky. What's up, sir? Annette Catfishing. How you doing, Miss Annette? There's Chris again. Tim Molina. What's up, buddy? There's Parker Pursuits. Sean Abney in the house. Danny Stone. Hopefully it'll be worth the wait. Mark Barnum. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Big Wrench Catfishing. There's Frederick. What's up? How you doing, Frederick? Fishing by Faith. Hey, there's Luke. He says, I'll be lurking. We'll be here. We got a whole cooler. I gotta show them one. I gotta show you guys something here. Hold on. Look at that. Now that's some bait right there. We got one of these. We got a bunch of small shad. So at least we'll get on some channel cats tonight. We got live bait going. We got all sorts of good. We're gonna give it some heck. The post spawn bite should be on. Definitely looking forward to it. We put a 30 in the boat in this spot last Thursday. Had another big run. Went to hook up, no dice. But we're gonna try it again. There's Cool Cats Fishing. What's going on, James? Good job on Chad's show. Ray Smith, how you doing, bud? Big Wrench Catfishing. I think I said hello. Oh, there's JG Hill. What's going on, bud? I was listening to you on Stan's show. I gotta say that mic of yours sounds pretty booming. I don't have my earpiece in, so it is what it is. There's Melissa. How you doing? Melissa says, heating up some vittles. I think that means food, Tony, right? Vittles? Was it bouncing? Heating up some, hi, Mark. Heating up some vittles for your favorite word, but we'll be watching. All right, we'll be here. If we're still out, hugs back to you, David Smith. Yeah, if I'm still out, we'll go in the Hog Leg show. I've been trying to get up early for that, and I keep missing Hog Leg show literally by like 20 minutes. Not even joking. Been thinking a lot about Kenneth. Guys, you know what? Why don't I do this? If you haven't already, let's see here. Banners. Hey, Kenneth is in bad shape, guys. I usually don't do this too much, but he's a pretty good friend of mine. And he's in bad shape. So if that Cash App right there is to Caitlin, his daughter, you'd be helping her out just as much as Kenneth. He's having some hard times. If you want updates on Kenneth and know exactly what's going on, if you go over to Hog Leg Catfishing and look at the community tab there, Melissa and Steve have been doing a good job of keeping everybody abreast of what's going on. I got a chance to talk to Caitlin a couple times in the last week, and it's hitting her pretty hard. They got a lot of bills coming up. It doesn't look like he's going to get out of the hospital anytime real soon, sooner than later, we hope. But I mean, they can use all the help they can get. So just so you know, so there you go. I'll be showing that throughout the night. So if you can give a little bit, every little bit helps. If you can't, it's understandable. There's Shirley T. There's Matt. What's going on, Matt? How you doing? There's Dawson fishing with squirrel. Oh, there we go. We got a little bit of trying to get this straight because my OCD kicks in here. I did get a new piece of equipment for the boat that I can't wait to get installed. I did get a Talon, so that's going to help in situations like this. Can't wait to get that installed. I told Luke that I can't win. I was just going to mount it right to the transom, but it looks like I got to get a mounting or install a mounting plate between the transom and the motor. So the motor's got to come off in order for me to use it. Let's see if I can get that straight here. So we'll get that in here hopefully soon in the next week or two. I got it all wired up, ready to go. So here we go. We got Shad on 1, Shad on 2. Just because those are out in the channel, and hopefully we'll get some channel cats with them. I promised Mama Catfish and Crappie, not my wife, but Mama, my mother. I'd bring her home some channel cats here soon. So we're hoping to get on those. This one right here, we got Shad on number 3. I got live bluegill on number 4, and then Shad on the other one. So we're gonna try them. I got, like I said, I got a couple of bullheads, nothing of any big size. They're small ones. We'll try them later. We're going to be out here for a little while. So once it gets a little dark out here, I will turn the Compex light on. I finally got it fixed up. So here we go. See, look at that. We should be able to see most of it. We'll have some light going here. We'll be good to go. Let's see what's going on here. Double hook ankling. What's going on, David? I hope your son's doing all right, bud. And I apologize for not being around in all the lives and stuff. That's been hard. Brokeback Bob, what's going on, Bob? I got some stickers from Bob. I got some stickers from I got a couple stickers. I'm gonna put together some sticker packs. When I get back in the studio to have a show on a Monday night, I will give some of those away, hopefully some other stuff too. So Duke City Anglers, there's a new one named to me. How you doing, Duke City? I like that name. 3B's Fishing in the House, what's going on? Nubby's Catfishing, how you doing? You get a bump? No, had a little bit of weight. It's been kind of no traffic out here today. It's going to get chilly up here tonight. It's going to be 60 degrees. So brought the hoodie. We're going to be out here for a few hours, at least live for at least, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours at least. We'll see if we go into the night live or not. But if I get kind of tired, I might just end it around, I don't know, what would that make it? 11-ish, 12-ish, and maybe go to sleep on the deck while I got the bait clickers going. We'll see what's happening. You guys don't want to watch me sleep, and you get enough of that with Jody. I was watching Catfish Weekly. There's a lot of shenanigans going on over there. Cool, JG. I appreciate it. Always looking for new stuff. That mic sounded really good, though. I was impressed. But you know what? I don't know what my mic sounds like either, though. People say it sounds good, but I'm a little picky. We'll talk, but yeah, we got 50 people watching us. Let's see, what do we got on the snacks tonight? I brought a sandwich. Tony brought, what'd you bring, Tony? Some
pork rinds,
which we just rifled through. And we got the standard issue trail mix. Gotta have it. Brought some Monster in case I needed it. Actually, I brought the same Monster I bring every time. I haven't had to consume it yet. It's on them long nights when I fish all night on Hog Legs channel after this one. I'm getting too old for that. There's Jody. What's going on, Jody? How you doing? No Stromboli for the new boat? Don't know what that means, Matt. Explain yourself. No, not eating any Strombolis or flat tacos. So yeah, we're just gonna sit here and wait it out for a little while. Like I said, this has been a pretty decent spot. I usually fish, I don't know, maybe half a mile up from here. There's a lot more wood over here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but we'll point it over there. Tony, there you're on camera, just so you know. A lot of wood along the bank here. We're sitting in 4 feet of water. Um, but we're cast out into literally 2 feet. So I'm kind of considering this trying to fish the top of a hole. There's a lot of weeds and stuff as of late, and the little bit of rain we did get started washing some weeds down, but it's dropped since then. They lowered the level. We're supposed to get some more the rest of the week. So hopefully that'll help wash out some of this grass, but we'll be checking lines throughout the night, trying to clear them of any debris, especially the ones that we're fishing here. I'm kind of using the frame of mind where, high water sends them to the banks, low water sends them to the channel mentality. We'll see what happens. I know the water's come down a little bit, but all our bites have been off the bank side. 217 in the house. What's going on? Catfishing with Kaz. How you doing, Brenda? 217 in the house. Tiger Muskie, New Mexico. What's up, bud? Haven't heard you for a while. With a guy named Tony from Chicago, I'd figure there'd be a Stromboli. Actually, no, Tony, you're Puerto Rican. He ain't. He's not Italian. That would be some of my other buddies. Hey, there's Jesse from Outdoors Addiction. Jesse lives local. He lives in Rockford, and he works right here in Crystal Lake, or right on the edge of Crystal Lake. We got to get him in the boat. Steve Mosley in the house. We have channel cats and flathead, no blues in here. Obviously, bullheads, I count them as catfish. But I don't catch too many of them on the river. Actually, the Illinois state record uh, uh, bullhead, black bullhead, I think it is, or yellow, one of the two, was caught. You can actually see it from here. I don't think you guys can, but I can see the spot where it was caught. But that was caught there in the 1950s sometime. That was a long time ago. Right to this side of us is a nature preserve that's loaded with cormorants, loaded with them. I don't know if you guys can see them. Maybe you can see their shadows up in the trees. Let's see if I can get them up there. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they're loaded up there. Sounds like Brookfield Zoo out here. If you guys, well, it sounds like any zoo out here. Let's see if I can get that up there. You can see them in the tips of the trees. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but that's what those are. Those aren't ducks or geese. Those are cormorants. During the day, it's pretty down loud. Not so much at night. They kind of quiet down this time of night. But they are everywhere. Saw some shad busting at the bank here, so hopefully we get them. I haven't heard any fish, so we'll see. Hopefully this change in weather pattern didn't turn them off. It is what it is. I got a good channel cat spot like halfway between where I usually fish. We can always try that too. Get a little action. See if we can't get Mama Peace and channel cats. Tiger Muskie, New Mexico says I was there when Duke City Anglers, when he caught his 34-pound flathead. Very nice flathead. Very respectable. Whisker Pig Fishing, what's going on? Whisker Pig Fishing, I got your stickers. I don't know if you saw them on Facebook, but I appreciate it. I'll give a bunch of them out. My next show when I'm in the studio, we'll do some giveaways. I'll give away some sticker packs. Get the word out. Make sure you check out his channel. So yeah, this isn't as fast paced as some of the other live streams, but we do what we can with the water we're done with. All right, number one's bouncing, and that's dead bait. Dead bait don't swim. Dead bait don't swim. Amen. Sometimes there's a lot of little tiny channel cats. Oh, we go. Oh, that's a nice one. You know, all right. No, I'll get him.
Little guy.
Told you we get on some channel cats around here. Man, he was way out there. Did you see that? He's under the boat now. How do you get over here? Swing right through.
That
Um,
he looks decent.
he's inside. There we go. Channel cat in the boat. Let me get my grippers. Right, no. Ooh, he's a decent size for the river. He's bigger than I want to clean, but hold on. Oh, he doesn't want to open up his yapper. There we go. Oh, I just got a hook to the finger. There we go. One-eyed channel cat. Look at him. He's got only one eye. Hold on. Let me get the grippers in him. I can show him off a little better. There we go. One-eyed channel cat. Look at that.
His name's Willie.
This one isn't too bad, but we'll catch more. We're gonna put this one back. It's a little early to start keeping fish. I don't want that live well running all night. So that didn't take long, did it, Tony? And he going. All right, let me get another bait out there. Can you give me that? Wait. Oh. Bait towel. Please hold, folks. Got a boat coming by here. Here, let me sit down and get this. Please hold, folks. I want to hit your line if you need to fuck that fish. What a mess. Okay.
Tricky little fella, huh?
We got it though. Usually got to get the one problem loop out. And the other side. How you doing, lady? Wait for this pontoon boat to come by. Or go by. He's going right over where I was. These people slow down when they come by, and I appreciate the effort, but it makes a bigger wake. It makes a bigger wave. Man, he really did make a mess of everything. I should have ate him just out of spite. Uh-oh, this could be bad. I got to loop around the front behind me. Can't catch him with not in the water. Oh, jeez. He made a mess out of this. Oh, that's the first rod, first catch on this rod. So this one doesn't have to go in the garbage. I didn't hear big splash on that floor. You might want to check the bait on that one. It cast it that way, but you know what I mean? Like out that way. You know what I'm talking about. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Sorry about that, folks.
It doesn't feel like there's anything on here.
There we go. All right, we're gonna fight the bugs just so you guys can see some rods here. All right, let's see what's going on in chat here. Sorry about that. Yeah, the little ones do not want to open their mouth. Brenda, you're absolutely right. So we got one fish in the boat, channel cat, but we'll take it. Yeah, I try to fish all night. Chill out, hang out with me. We'll see what we can do. We'll see how long Tony can stay out here with me for. I just replenished my trail mix supply. Got plenty of Diet Coke. I got that monster. Even got a sandwich. Tony brought more bait than we can use in a day.
We'll feed the fish afterwards.
Yeah, we'll do that. I know his wife to be was not real happy. Oh, you know what? Sneak in here. Listen to him. His wife to be was not happy about him using that cooler for shed. Fellas have all been there. All right, since the light goes on, Thermacell it is. What's up, bro?
Grabbing my hoodie. Bugs already.
Thermacell is operational. Put that right between us. Hey, what's going on, Eric? How you doing, bud? Size matters. What's up? Brandon's Outdoor Adventures. How you doing? Can you hear those? Eric, can you hear those? Those aren't ducks, but I figure you'd be the person to ask. I'm thinking about getting Tony. Let's had a hit on number 3. That's some more shad. It might be a channel cat kind of night, but we'll take it. I need to put some fish in the boat. Thank you very much, Tiger Muskie, New Mexico. Lisa Elliott, how you doing, dear? Waiting to see if it takes it. Thank you, 205. Appreciate it. David Smith, I think I said hello to you. If I didn't, I'm saying hello to you now. I think I do have it dimmed, Matt. I think I got it at 25%. Let me check. That's 25%. That's 50. That's 100. And I'm only using the outside yellow beam. But that's okay. I don't think this is going to be an all-nighter, so we're gonna run it at that brightness. Should last all night. All right, somebody tell me how many people voted for knitting cat sweaters. How come I can't see this on my iPad? Where is the? On my iPad, I can't see the poll I put up. Let me see if I can do this here. 13%. If you guys haven't hit the thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Now we wait. Skunks out of the boat, that's all that matters. I do have a pole over here on the side, but I don't think you guys can see that one. Let's see us. I'll show it to you right off to the side there. I'll let you guys know if we get a hit on that one. Every time I move this, I got this phone on one of them goosenecks deals, something or other. Yeah, you could. Let's give it a little bit here. Chi, are we friends on Facebook? So I'll have to send you a link through there. There we go. Number 3. That's on. Fish on. Got it?
Fish on the ducks.
You got it?
Nah, there's nothing on there.
Nothing?
Those ducks are right on top of it.
Oh. There we go. Get that bait out there. Swing and a miss. Foul ball. But the bugs aren't too bad, Matt. So we'll see what happens. If I need to turn it down, I need to turn it down a little bit.
Oh, those are the stuff. Everybody can see them now.
Yeah, those are probably those ducks. Oh wait, I'm on YouTube. I gotta save them. Gotta save the silvery minnows at all cost. Buck says, I just did a tavern crock pot beef roast, shredded it, added egg noodles. That sounds good, man. Mr. Rogers, 317, what's going on? Ooh, look at all this. Tony. Fish, 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 fish. Those are all channel cats, so I think fish. Shit, we probably got enough Chad.
That's all night.
Says that. Chum the friggin' water with it. It'll be a pretty decent night, I think. Either way, it's good that we got out.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. I appreciate it. I hope we get on some hogs. Uh-oh, they're talking about Flathead die. Not me, bud. I hope everybody got through Monday all right. My Monday kind of sucked, but spent half the day on hold and the other half doing stuff twice. Let's see, JG. All right, I'm gonna check my Facebook messages. Oh, look, Tony's posting pictures on Facebook. All right, that's another message. All right, I'm back. Hey, Brandon over at Catfish and Dreams. What's going on, bud? Snacking bacon, sipping whiskey. Smash that thumbs up. Heck yeah. That sounds like a decent night. Only thing to make that better is if you were doing that on the bank or in a boat somewhere. So I think you guys can still see. It looks good on my phone, but the phone looks a heck of a lot different than on YouTube. You guys can hear me okay? Hey, Jeff, what's going on, bud? How you doing? Says you can hear me loud and clear. Jeff, I still use that reel I bought from you, bud. If you guys are just joining, we got one channel cat in the boat, maybe 4 pounds. I said I was going to keep some. We'll see. Too early to be running that live well all night. I don't feel like running and listening to it. It's actually not that loud, but there we go. Oh, that's my bait. Number 4's got live bait on it, so I should put live bait on this one too. Bullhead maybe. But the way stuff's swimming by, I put it right in. It's swimming like 20 to 30. I'm seeing stuff on my side view swim 20 to 30 feet off to the port side, which is where I got some shad. So if they were channel cats, they'd have hit it. So Dustin, where? What's going on, Dustin? How you doing, bud? No fish in the river, Dustin says. Dustin's local. What's going on, Dustin? It's been rough here lately, but we're trying. Put Cliffy on a 30 last Thursday. We had another big old run. I didn't put him on anything. He happened to catch one while he's out fishing with me. I don't really care when people say that. So we got a bunch of shad, Dustin, and we got some live bait. We're just gonna see what happens. Worst comes to worst, we'll get some more channel cats. I think Dustin's local, right? Yeah. Sorry, Dustin. I just wanted to make sure. You're doing good. All right. So I scared them last time I gave them food. I feel you. I know how that goes. Well, we'll put at least 3 hours in the night and then take it from there. See how slow it is. There we go. Oh, wait, that was, yeah, we had doubled up there. Tony's got two that messing with his stuff on rod 2 and rod 3. That bait don't swim, so, oh, there we go. Let it take it. You got a circle on there? I meant to switch over to J hooks for Flathead tonight, but I use bait clickers, but I didn't get around to it. I had to leave the house a little bit later. I had to take care of the pups before I left. Wife wasn't going to be home till late, so maybe next time. All right, that was uneventful. Little excitement. My buddy Tony. Tony, you want me? Tony G's on the boat with me. He's a buddy of mine here. That's a local guy. He fishes with me quite a bit, actually. That's number 3 bounced again. I said a line jump. That could be a friggin' turtle.
You know, it's funny. I had somebody shed in my bucket yesterday from a couple of days ago, or from 2 days ago, and I went down by the riverboat, and I brought my catfish rods. I was like, let's see if I can catch something. So I casted a couple out there, and this little duck swims right up to me. He just starts walking up to me.
What the duck?
So I grabbed the little shad and I threw it at him, and he comes up and he grabs it, and he keeps trying to eat it, but it's too big for him. He can't do it. So he takes it to the water, and he's trying to drink water, and he's trying to chew it at the same time. It's not working for him. So he just drops it right there in the water. Grab my knife, grab another shad. I start cutting little slices of shad. This little duck was like probably a foot and a half away from grabbing a piece of shad out of my hand.
People say they don't eat. At least the mallards we have here, that they don't eat fish and stuff.
Oh, they do.
Not, but they'll eat whatever you feed them. Especially in an urban environment, they're used to people feeding them. Hey, Dustin says, Tony, I need my truck detailed. Shoot him a message.
Yep, inbox me.
He says, I'll take you to Clinton. Let's go. I'm going to hit Clinton. I was talking to Cliff about that. I need to get on some blue cats. Hey, Bug, what's going on, my friend? Catfish and Dream says, Bugman, I fished with J-Dog Friday night and got skunked. He said that's a first. There we go, number 2. What the hell? Why are you getting them in twos? They're not crossed up, are they?
Oh,
No, they're nowhere near it. There you go. That's a little one. Please hold, folks. Missed them.
It's a little bit.
Little dudes tearing at your bait.
Yeah. Good thing we got plenty. I might go smaller hook. Oh, way out there too.
Yep, cleaned you. Or when you went to set the hook.
Oh, good.
Let me see the size of that hook. Man, that's fine, man. They can eat that.
No, that's a little one. The other ones are the big ones.
Could have head off of one, maybe. There's your pocket knife right there, bro, on the cutting board. Oh, and now he's cutting bait on his wife's cooler. Oh my God, he's in trouble.
Oh, he just wasn't happy I was using it.
Oh.
So good. I got 6 kids at home to watch it. Make one of them wash it.
I got a trick for cleaning them up real good. I should do a short on that. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'm too darn lazy. Tustin says it's a turtle. Tim says it was 106 down there by him in New Mexico. Man, keep that down there, Tim. He gets a cold in the winter, though. He gets like the award for temperature swings. See, the bugs are there, but that's keeping them away pretty good.
I started hitting my arms. I'm like, I'm gonna throw this hoodie on real quick.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put my hoodie on too, folks. Please hold. Hey, you guys might know this. You guys might know this guy. Look at that. New Mexico people in the house. And now we wait. We got too much crap out there to be running and gunning tonight. Not that it does anything. Dave Garchar in the house. What's up, Dave? How you doing, bud? Trying to catch up here. What's going on, Avid? How you doing? Can you guys see me here? I'm gonna partake in a stogie here in a minute. I don't want to be on camera when that happens. So I'll point this up just a little bit. I'm still here, folks. There we go. You guys get to see any action if we get any on the rods. Yeah, JG, if you want to come up and read chat, that's fine. Just send me a message on Facebook if you're on there. I tell you to email me, but I don't have email on my iPad. Where's that coming from? Channel boat coming out of the channel. That could be. Look at this channel. Nothing like a backwoods on the backwaters. You did? Okay, let me take a look here. There it is, Justin. That's right. All right, let me How am I gonna get? I didn't copy and paste this link. Hold on. Let me figure this out. Give me a second, Justin. JG. Let me finish this stogie and then I'll have to get the link from my phone. There they come. Of course, I got to come this way instead of going upriver. You ever eat at Herman's? You ever been in there?
I'll tell you what I do. Like I like going upriver and just stopping at little restaurants and seeing what they got.
Telling you that
It's a good
that
thing.
no wake is the bomb. Good food.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin, I haven't seen too many people out here flathead fishing post spawn here. Everybody's fishing down towards you, I think.
It's been a weird year.
It's been a very strange year. I think I picked the right year to set up a new boat.
You did. Absolutely good. Yeah, the low water all year has been just kind of throwing everything off.
It's just the water. It's all the growth.
Yeah, a whole lot of the lower water. That's what yeah, the whole lower river. I was kayaking from Otto all the way down to by the dam, and it was just
Have a good night, Tiger Musk, New Mexico.
foot deep, foot and a half, 2 feet.
Says his phone's dying.
You're scraping on the kayak right now down there. Well,
Yeah.
months ago. It went up a little bit. It probably went up about a foot or two.
I say it's gonna rain multiple times this week, so hopefully that'll bring it up. My wife wants to go pleasure boating this weekend. I don't know where I'm gonna take her. If here, no, for sure.
Like Geneva.
There's no restaurants except the one I like, Geneva, I think.
Not the right size boat for up there though. The other one I would have been like, you're risking it. Put on life jackets and go quick.
It was bad here when we got up by the beach when we wanted to swim. It was a nightmare. Like boats 10 feet from me.
Oh,
or 2 and 3 foot freaking waves. It was crazy.
especially when I come over the back of the boat, you're like, come on.
Took my dogs out for the first time. They're like, oh, what was that? You're like in Turtle Alley, I think, bro.
I might be. I wouldn't even mind catching one of those right now.
I took my dogs for the first time, pleasure boat with the wife. It's bouncing again. And they were happy and they were having a good time. And then it got really rough and busy traffic in a narrow part of the river. They did not care for that too much.
On the right life jackets, though. Those life jackets are like perfect.
For like 8 minutes, and then we took them off of them because they wouldn't move. They're just standing there
Stiff.
like statues.
Yeah, I put that little life jacket on Lulu, but she's what, 6 pounds? And I put her on the back of the kayak. And
My wife bought those. All right, back down here. Dustin's back. What's Dustin say? He says probably.
Turtle Alley.
I'm gonna have to check my dead baits here in a minute. My bluegill keeps bouncing around a little bit. I might cast him back a little farther, get him away from them weeds just a little bit.
I swear those things make the craziest noises at night.
Those are noises. Those cormorants make noises that nightmares are made out of. A joke.
Pretty sure I've heard that in a horror movie. What was that old movie with the birds that tried flying through the windows? Jurassic Park. Relative of the pterodactyls.
Sounds like them. Jesus. See, again, that's got to be a turtle.
Yeah, it's like pick, 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 pick.
It's a turtle. Reel that bait in and cast it like that way. See, because you're in 2 feet of water over there. I'm gonna check mine once you do that. And bro, I'm just happy to get out today.
Same.
Happy all these people showed up to watch too. You guys are awesome. My phone got so hot on Saturday, it was wigging out. Started calling random people by itself at 11:30 p.m. I use that excuse all the time, Tim.
There's another bite.
Well, at least you know you still got bait on there. uh, uh, uh. No, that's a cat. There you go. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Fish on. All right. Let's see if I can get a little more light on the situation.
Not really big.
No, you need even that. That's the one that's been bugging you.
It's running this way fast.
Oh, he doesn't. All right.
Oh yeah, it wasn't coming off of that one.
What do you got?
There you go, Paul. Yep. That's it.
Got a cat.
There you go. There we go, folks. I don't want to let him go because he's going to flop down and get me all slimed up.
So that one in here. That one's for Mama P.
Oh. There we go. Yeah, there you go. We'll put him right on ice.
Yep.
This one's going home to my mom. There we go. Boom, one in the box. 1, 2 in the boat total. And I just threw my. Yeah, we'll keep channels. We won't keep Flathead, folks. You guys know that. There we go. Right on. Fish in the boat. Number 2. You know how the song goes, grease is the word, shad is the word. Who is that? Do you know?
No,
Jake?
a fun thing.
Uh-oh. Thought you gonna chill over there. You ain't in my line. Oh, good job, Tony. We'll pause this. Turn this so it doesn't track any more bugs. Yeah, we're looping again. Right on, right on. All right, worth coming out. I don't care what you say. Channel catch good fish. Dinner time, heck yeah. Thank you, Danny. Oh, Tony, your phone's lighting up.
My wife to be says, I literally turned to YouTube now and saw you catch that.
What's going on, Rustic? How you doing? Thank you for liking and sharing. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, she'll get it. Don't worry, she'll get it hot. Actually, she wants me to smoke her some catfish. We'll see if I got time to do that. Ooh, look at all them bugs up there. I think that spotlight drew them in. Can you guys see all them bugs up there? Holy smokes. Are those skeeters?
Yeah. Yeah, they're heavy.
All right, folks, you guys gonna have to forgive me here for a second. Hopefully we won't get a huge takedown, but I'm gonna turn that light off for a minute or two and see if that lightens them up. And while I'm doing that, I'm actually going to send just JG the link. Hold on, JG, let me see. Guests, invite, copy. All right, hold on a second here. Please hold. It'll go dark here for a second. There we go. Now I think we're back. Yeah, audio. It said it lost connection, so it muted me automatically. I don't know what happened. I should be back now, Matt. Tell me if I'm not. Gotta get this straight. David, can you hear me? Oh, I got a thumbs up from Matt. All right, so we're back. Yeah, when I switched over to get that link for JG, hopefully he saw that. Send it to him. I got to keep my eye on the guest thing because I'm not particularly looking at the phone. I'm looking at my iPad. Keep my eyes peeled, my neck turned. What? I'm dropping like everything here, Tony. What is going on? All right, is this still working? No, this is even. You know what? I think we're out of juice. There we go.
I got juice in mine. In my bag.
Just lit. All right, maybe that's the problem. Maybe it wasn't burning.
I got bug spray too if you need to.
I don't like bug spray. I think it keeps the catfish away. All right, we just relit the. That's burning. We just relit the thermostat. I got to get one of them rechargeables. All right, all right, all right. Let's see what else is going on here. Danny says, I've had a killer bite on the Mississippi last 2 weekends. Hope they got all fired up for you tonight. I hope so too, Danny. Well, we'll see. This is a different animal here, the fox. It's a waiting game. Well, you know what that's like, Danny. Bank fishing's rough. If we get one flathead in a night, it's a super successful night as far as I'm concerned. Some nights are epic. Most of them aren't. We got 2 channel cats in the boat, so we got some. We're going to start checking baits here in a minute. You're going to see if that thermostat might be working. Look, dude, they're disappearing.
They are.
If I had 2 of them, I could put one back there, too.
I got another one. I just don't have batteries, I think, in it.
Batteries? Usually they don't, bro. They just need a cartridge, butane cartridge. Number 2 just got hit again, bro.
Come on.
Yeah, you don't need a battery in there.
I've had this thing for like 2 years.
Well, I'm guessing the propane's out with this. Yep. Yeah, hand me the box that's in the glove box, bro.
What's box?
No, see it right there, the blue box? We're setting up another thermosol. We're going to have 2 in here. Probably give us cancer. Anything that works as good as these can't be good for you. You know what I mean? All right, we got butane in here. We'll put a fresh pad in there. You can put that back in there, bro. Can't be good for you, especially when you use your mouth to open up the package. Okay, there we go. Make sure it's on the on. Oh my God, don't ever get old, folks. Oh, it's too late for some of you out there like me. Here's a story. I went to go play pool this weekend. No bueno. I need to go see my eye doctor. Ooh, did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's
another one.
one at the front, one at the back.
Perfect.
Like a mullet. Party in the front, party. Business in the front, party in the back. Let's see. I don't see any guests down there, so JG could have went to bed. Hey, fishing with JB. What's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
It's crazy how good these things work.
We'll see. That's the test. We'll be able to see what they do up there. Like I said, anything that works this good cannot be good for you.
Right.
But I don't feel like getting. I'm going to check the bait on this outside one. Oh. All right. Oh, it's still on there.
Yeah, I'm really happy that shad didn't deteriorate to nothing.
Oh,
You know how-
I'm going to use that big sucker here. We're going to move later tonight and use it there.
Yeah, for sure.
These little ones will just pick at the pieces.
True.
The flathead comes through here. Flathead comes through here. We'll eat whatever we got. But
This is true.
man, it got dark out here. Mm. Only remember few of these lines. Oops, sorry. Right. Let's plug you over. All right, let's see what's going on in chat. Retired Rick in the house. What's going on, Rick? How you doing? Skipjack Cindy, what's going on, Cindy? How you doing? Justin's right. We're looking for flatheads. That don't mean we're going to find them.
Can't find them if you don't look, though.
Anything is possible.
I've caught a flathead in the last 30 minutes of a tournament. A piece of,
I've
had.
first 5 minutes of fishing and then 8 hours of nothing. That was a rough night. My PB flathead was 20 minutes into fishing and then 10 hours of nothing. Nothing. Not well, not
Relatives
even
weren't home.
a channel cat.
Scared everybody off.
No, I moved. I knew better than that. I stayed in that spot for another 2 hours, and I'm like, all right, we'll go check out one of my other spots. And no dice. But I'm not complaining. That was a good night. I'll take a one flathead night over nothing. That's for sure.
He left that poor flathead with PTSD. He went and told everybody, just don't bite anything right now. If he pulled me in, he'll pull you in.
Dustin says better than me. I'm on the couch looking at his boat. Dustin, I got a pile of parts I got to put in this thing sitting on my bench. I'm waiting on like 2 different things. I'm waiting on a shop to pull my motor so I can put a sandwich bracket in there. It's like, hurry up and wait.
Definitely a lot less bugs.
I think so. They still like that light. And I got that light on the yellow setting too. If I turned it to white, we'd be dead. Rustic says his boat's in the shop and now it's a waiting game. Hey, what's going on, Dallas? How you doing, bud? Good to see you. Hey, since I think we got some new people, I don't know if you guys know about oh wait. I got a guest here. There's JG Hill, add to stream. What's going on, Justin? Can you hear me? Hold on a second. Let me turn up the volume. Can you hear me, Justin? Because I can't hear you. Hold on. I'm gonna hit the wrong darn. Hold on a second.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you, Mark.
Oh, now I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I didn't know if I had it on or not. Thanks for coming up, bud.
Absolutely.
Oh, let me see if I got a better layout. Not that we don't want to look at you, but if we get a fish or something, let me see more layouts. I got one like like that. You okay with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Cool. So now people can still see what's going on. I got to get my OCD, get it as level as possible. There we go. So what kind of mic are you running, bud?
Well, this particular one right here is the Blue Yeti. It's
Okay. Is it that snow globe one?
yeah, it is.
I
It
got
has
one.
yeah, it has 4 omnidirectional settings on it. And this is
Yeah,
a test for me, Mark, with this mic. I picked this mic up. I have broadcast mics in here in the studio, and I have to turn on the whole system and then communicate back and forth between the studio computer and through the interface. And I'll get there, but I was just trying to simplify it to where I could just turn the computer on, man, and then get in here and do some live streaming with some people. So it's a simplifying process for me, but I think it'll just improve. I'm still working on the lighting as well in here.
Those mics work good. The reason why I quit using it and I went to a condenser mic is because when I had Coco, she would snore and people could hear it.
Oh yeah,
And then
absolutely.
she farted one day and people could hear that too. Wow, what the heck just went by her? And I figured that was enough, so I bought a condenser mic. So I forget
Yeah.
the name brand, but it was fairly inexpensive. So
Yeah, I have tons of condenser mics in here, but the SM7 SM7B mic broadcast mic that I have, and then that goes through a cloud lifter, and then that goes back into the interface. But my communication between the interface and the studio computer while I'm on StreamYard, I'm getting a delay while I'm talking. And so I haven't worked through those bugs yet. So this is temporary, and hopefully it sounds pretty good. Everybody can hear me okay.
Yeah,
And
it sounds fantastic. Sounds good,
yeah,
man. There's no reason to upgrade from that, to be honest with you.
yeah. Danny Stone on here saying JG done gone high tech on me.
Yeah, I was saying you're talking way above my pay grade there, but
That's funny. Yeah, I'm only $125 an hour. It'll be fine.
Bill,
Just kidding, Mark.
send the bill to
Yeah,
Catfish and Crappie in care of Chad Fields.
Chadwick. Chadwick's got the money.
He's got it. He's even got a fishing pole that says it.
That poor guy. He needs a boat with a potty. We gotta fix him up.
Yeah, he is pretty full of. Yeah, where is he tonight? Why ain't he talking in my chat?
I don't know. You know, he goes to bed pretty early. He's not a late night guy.
Oh, I know what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
He's eating vanilla ice cream with peanut butter on it.
Got it made.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Catfish dog in the house. What's going on, Catfish dog? How you doing?
Hey, Tim, how are you, sir?
Look, there's Lyle. Lyle says Lyle's in here at least. How you doing, Lyle? Tim says he blamed the dog. Anyway,
Oh,
yeah, Tim, don't tell anybody, but that might be true. I mean
but go
that
ahead.
mic picks up a lot of stuff. It's pretty good. If you got a nice quiet room and a nice quiet part of your house, there ain't no reason to change it because they do sound really good. They pick up
Yeah,
everything. You don't have to be right up on the mic either for it to sound good.
yeah. I have the gain adjusted on this one, and then there's some settings in the StreamYard setting. You can go out there and kind of back things off a little bit for some background noise. Now I turn that echo cancellation thing off, and then I'm just running stereo in the StreamYard. And you know, I know a lot of these YouTubers out here that really are interested in some of these settings, and but most folks are running off their phones, keeping things simple, and but I'm trying to just get it to where that I come up on your live stream. I've got a good camera. I've got good lighting. You can hear me fine. That's what I'm after. It didn't have to be fantastic, but we're after a
Exactly.
good sound.
Yeah, it has more to do with your internet speed too than anything. I like using my AirPods, but last time I had them, I kind of got some water in one of them. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm the ones the older version that I have weren't water resistant. So I think I need to
Yeah.
get a new one. But they're pretty nice because they'll use the noise cancellation and stuff, and I don't sound like some prank caller with my heavy breathing and stuff, especially when I'm
Yeah.
stuffed up from being up at night. It'll happen when I'm here.
Right. I run a Planetronics while I'm doing live fishing on the boat. It's it works pretty good, but the battery will go away pretty quick because I'm running the host in my ear the whole time. So it's talking. The host is talking the whole time, and
Mm-hmm.
then about 2 hours, I have to switch it. So I have a cheaper one that I put in after that one, but the Planetronics seems to really be really good with wind. If you're into the wind while you're fishing, it doesn't have a lot of wind noise, and that's super important to me. When you're on a live stream, nobody wants to hear wind going through their stereo speakers or their TV at home.
Yeah, that's 100% true. Dustin, I'm not quite sure how late we're staying out. I'm not tired. We'll be out here for a while. We pretty much got camp set up over here. Moving while you're live streaming is always a kind of a pain in the butt. So we'll hang out here for at least another hour or two. I mean, there's fish here. I mean, I talking to somebody. No spot's really better than another. They're flathead everywhere. They're on the move. They'll feed. It's just coming across the right one. So we'll hang out here for a while, see what happens. Only thing I like to do, Dustin, is change bottoms, to be honest with you. Outside, and do, textbook tactic stuff. I look at outside bends and points and drop offs. You know what the fox is like, saying top of a hole is going from 4 feet to 2 feet, which is where we're at now. Our baits are at the top of that. Stuff like that. That's about all I do. But
Mhm.
when I heard that they're everywhere, I kind of got to agree with them.
Yeah. So I got a notification here from Hog Legs channel,
Uh-huh.
and I'm sure that a lot of folks have, they're subscribed, have this thing, but I'd like to go ahead and read that update off his community page, if okay with you, Mark.
That would be fantastic. You know what? While you're doing that, I will put the donation link up. So if
Okay.
anybody wants to donate, you can let them know. Hold on a second. Cam, Mike.
Yeah, Caitlin has the Cash App, and I don't know. I know that a lot of folks don't have that app on their phone. Now I have it. It's Cash App. It's free to download. It doesn't take long. You go to the App Store or the Google Store and download the Cash App. But you do have to verify your banking information through the app. It is a little, it's not instantaneous. So you have to get things kind of started with it and then you can use it. But
I
then
think she's getting
she,
together.
she has a PayPal account.
I just need to make sure I don't have that
Mm-hmm.
information. I know she was thinking
Well,
about getting one after talking to her.
okay.
So if anybody has one, feel free to
Mm-hmm.
post up the link to that. We're trying
Yeah.
to keep that money from being commingled with, commingled being mixed up with Kenny's actual funds. We're letting her manage all that stuff, just because you can imagine what kind of a nightmare it would be to take care of your father's stuff when he's in the condition that he's in. So there, I
Oh,
put
I
it up on
understand.
the screen. If you have Cash App, and you'd like to donate, we're not forcing anybody. We're just saying it'd be great,
Mhm.
if you give a couple bucks here and there. She would
Yeah.
definitely appreciate it and she'd like it. So go ahead and give them the update.
Okay, this is off of Hogleg's community page, and this came in as an update on KV Monday, 8:30 p.m. He is still the same. They've put him on aspirin for now since he can't have blood thinners yet. She has been waiting for Caitlin, his daughter, she's been waiting for doctors to call with MRI results, and here is her text about that. The doctor just called. The stroke happened in the back part of the right brain. It's going to affect his eyesight and his motor skills. They can't do much of anything other than keep him stable until he's more alert. Continue our faith and prayers for there's nothing God can't do. And then he has the Cash App information on here. Now, I am not a moderator on Mark's channel, but I can post the PayPal information here. It is on here.
Hey,
Uh,
JG, I'll go
yes,
ahead
sir.
and can you type something in the chat window? I'll make you a mod so you can do all that.
Okay.
So as soon as he gets on there, I will, hey, what's going on, Lynn? I will, make him a mod and he can post the PayPal information on there. So there's a little bit of lag, so sit tight, folks. It'll take me a second to do it. There we go. Test. Perfect. And it's moderate. All right, you should be go. You should be good to go, Justin.
All right. Let me see what happens here with the computer. Usually, let's see here. Let me look. It hasn't came up on my YouTube screen yet, but I'll just post it in there and see what happens. All right.
How's that, Gars Fishing? How you doing?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Cool. Thank you very much. Yeah, I donated as well. I'm gonna donate a little bit more when I get a little more funds to do so. So, and I'm sure Caitlin is appreciative of any help that she can get. Let's see if that worked. Danny Stone, morning just haven't been the same without KP. I
They
sure miss him.
haven't.
I know that
Yeah.
Hog Legs lost without him too. Not that he can't do the show, but I know those guys are like two peas in a pod. I know Melissa misses him to death too. Super Smurf says prayers on that, Dan. Yeah, if you can't donate, I'm sure prayers are just as well, just as good. Trust me. Is it letting you do it, Justin?
Yeah, I'm typing it in here. I'm a pretty good typer, but this keyboard's a little awkward. Let's see what happens.
Let's see if we got a one on number one. Just had a couple bites. You might move that cooler down just so we can have something to put our feet up on, bro.
Oh yeah, I made a comment about that cooler when you first came on. I said, "Look at that new cooler; it has a sticker on it." And I said, "That thing needs some scratches on it."
That's my buddy Tony's cooler. What kind of cooler is that, Tony?
At
Oh,
Walmart. It's one of
oh
those
yeah,
$150 coolers that they had for like $70.
oh yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah, I jumped on it, and it's one of those ones that keeps the ice frozen in there for like 3-4 days.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Should put the
$70 is a whole lot better than $400.
Oh yeah, cheap time.
channel cat, that's for sure. You know, my mom watches. She doesn't know how to comment, I'm pretty sure. So, Mom, that one's we're gonna get you that and hopefully a couple more tonight.
Want to be outdoors in here. I miss my sucker brother. Ozark
Yeah, we
guys
all miss
fishing. Want to be? Hello. Danny Stone said, "Y'all got my eyes watering."
It's hard not to. I try to be strong as I can at these times. That's all you can do.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, Mark, you're well respected in the catfish community, and you've been around a long time, lot longer than I have.
Well,
I've been around about a year. I've been almost a year, I guess. I think I did my first live fishing with two stands in February of this year. Went on to two stands fishing with Friends Channel and caught three channel cats that day and won.
Heck yeah, good for you, man.
So I was hooked after that.
Oh, we just had a bite on number 5 right there, bro. Hard one. That was a channel.
So do we have a rod behind the anchor light there on the left?
Well, no, we do not.
Okay.
You guys can see 5 rods. We got a 6th one off to the side that I threw
Is
right
it
up
on
on the bank.
Is it on the left or the right of the boat? From
It's on
my
this
view.
side, the
Okay.
port side,
Okay. Gotcha.
the left side of the boat, port side, passenger side. Yeah, I haven't been online too much in a lot of lives. I pop in every here and now, but I'm trying to curb my internet use and be more productive this summer before time runs out. I'll spend enough time on there during the cold weather.
Yeah.
So
Ozark guy.
I'm not ignoring anybody or not going to anybody's thing. It's just I'm trying to keep busy with a big long list of stuff I need done.
Absolutely. We all have those priorities, Mark. Ozark guys fishing in here. It says, "I will say this. I thought I was going to lose my dad 2 weeks ago. So I know exactly what KP's daughter is going through."
Yeah, my
Super
dad's
Smurf Eric fishing.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
Super
Mark.
Dad.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Eric did just lose his dad not too long ago, so he knows how rough it can be. Definitely, I came pretty close a few times with my dad, so it's rough. And not only is this Caitlin's father, this is all of our friend. That knucklehead, he brings a smile to everybody's face.
Oh, yeah.
Not too many people I can pick on for eating all them calf fries that he does or he did.
Super
like
Smurf Eric fishing in here says that's a nice way of him calling you old. Buck Williams said, "I watched that JG that day on Stan's show." He
Hey, I
was
was
there.
in there. I had it running in the background, I believe.
Did you? Yeah, I started saving the lives, so I have been on about 13 lives so far.
Kind of collected them, huh?
Well, if I can go fishing, I'm gonna go fishing, um, having fun with the community is what it's all about, and trying to catch some fish. And now that I've been traveling down to Lake Wiley, my chances of the 50 pounders are a whole lot better
Yeah,
than
they sure
when I was over here fishing on my local lake here. It's about 1,500-acre lake. And there's some channel cats in there, and it's not not a huge lake. But when I started rebuilding the boat and getting everything back together, it that was the great place for me to go and get acclimated to the boat again. I mean, you start drifting sideways and backwards and forwards, and new trolling motors and new 6-foot drift socks and all this stuff. You got to get used to how the boat's going to work. And
you'll get it figured out, man. It'll become like muscle memory after a while.
oh yeah, well I've been fishing a really long time, and my dad's a fishing guide, a
Oh, cool.
catfish guide, and so I started out catfishing when I was at a very young age, and lived on several lakes during my lifetime. And so I've been in a boat since I was about 3 years old.
Living on the water. My parents had that cottage on the Tippecanoe River in Indiana, central Indiana, and then I
Hmm.
grew up fishing on that river a lot. Quentin from Catfish Karma, he actually lived not 8 lots away from us. I never met the guy, which was kind of weird, but he actually lived there while I was growing up over there. I'd like to have a home on some water somewhere, but the prices have gotten so ridiculous. I'll
Absolutely,
settle
Mark.
I'll settle something on more productive water, just as close as I am now to this one. So,
Yeah. Now I am a North Carolina realtor,
oh, okay.
and I have watched the sky just absolutely open up, and it's painful. It's a painful process to watch these young kids trying to afford their new home, a new first home, and the jobs that they have. I mean, unless you are in the healthcare field or something that is paying you in North Carolina, I'm talking. So, and you got to have a job at least making 65 a year just individually. I mean, you can get a home cheaper than that, but what's happening is you could buy a really decent house 15 years ago for $120,000, and you had a really nice home,
Uh-huh.
2,000 square foot house with a garage, half-acre lot. And now that same house is 280 to 300,000. And anything that's $120,000 is junk. You're
You
gonna
know,
have to just totally gut it, you know.
I've had kids ask me what to do in my family and some friends, some kids down the block, and I tell them go get a trade. This way you don't leave school with all that debt.
Absolutely.
And you can get into a trade like me and Tony were just talking about this today, heating and air conditioning, where you got all the side jobs you can handle, and they're nonstop year from the beginning of the year to the end, winter,
Yeah,
spring, summer. Everybody needs them, and then you can do that if you're willing to work. As far as going to school's great. I'll find a dandy, but leaving school with 100K in debt, that doesn't really put you in a position to buy your first home at all.
it can't takes the fun out of it.
It sure does, doesn't it? It kind
Yeah,
of
it
takes
takes
the
the
wind
fun
out
out
of your
of it.
sails, don't it?
That's right. And it doesn't help anything. And the and I guess it just you get so disheartened with the situation. I mean, even you're talking about HVAC work. Now, one of my guitar player that plays in my band has his own
Uh,
HVAC company, and he oh, here comes Mr. Crowley, my cat. Y'all might hear him yowling.
are you an
Um,
Ozzy Osbourne fan, or are you a fan of the
actually,
Satanist?
actually, Mr. Crowley showed up here on my doorstep at about 2 years ago. It was my son's wife's cat, and she
Oh,
moved
okay.
out of the house, and we adopted him. So
That's
he's here, and he's probably he's he. I wasn't never a cat person until he came along, but he turned out to be really cool. And so he gets to live here since he and I get along. But you might hear him a little bit here. He's in here yowling around. He probably wants a treat or something.
There you go.
Not a whole lot going on in chat. Let's see what we got.
People are watching and listening.
They are. Yeah, sure.
Either that or they're knitting cat sweaters.
They may be. I love that.
I try to come up with something different.
Oh yeah, that was great. I think I like picking the oddball one every once in a while.
Yeah, a lot of people do. This number 4 rod has got live bait on there, and it just started kicking pretty hard out of nowhere. So hopefully it knows something we don't.
So, Mark, I was watching your show. I guess it was maybe last week with the lady that came up and spent some time with you, and you were taking her around the restaurants. What was her name?
Yeah, that's my sister, Betty Jean. My sister from
Betty
another
Jean. Awesome.
She's been part of the catfish community for a long time. Before a lot of the people have been there, she was around here. She's just kind of been busy with work and stuff. So she's quite the angler and very close to me. She was probably my very first hardcore supporter. So I adored her to death for many more reasons than just that. I can't speak too
Absolutely.
And she's the biggest pain in the butt too, by the way. But go ahead.
Yeah, of course she is. But it was a great show, and I just wanted to mention that while we were sitting here chatting about it. But she, going to all those different restaurants, and I would laugh, when you would name a restaurant, and I would go, I don't even know how to spell that. Mark is the connoisseur of restaurants, I believe, around the Chicago area.
If I don't cook at home, I ain't eating. So we've learned to hit up some of the, and I think I might have even said this in the show. Living in the city has its downs, but also has its ups, and having a big selection of entertainment opportunities, whether it's going to shows and concerts, to going out to eat to good restaurants. There's a lot of competition in that. I'm just looking up Rivers, see what that noise is. A lot of competition at that level. So I'm pretty fortunate when it comes to that. And I wanted to share that with her. And there was a couple of times where she felt kind of lost, but I like to think that I guided it through there. And I don't think she had a bad time at any one of those places. Maybe she felt a little out of place, but that's okay. She got over it.
Oh, yeah. Wolf's Outdoors official says, hey, Mark.
Hey, what's going on, Wolf's Den? How you doing, bud?
Yeah, David Smith in here. Be careful, Mark. She may be watching.
She might be watching.
Yeah.
She knows. I don't say nothing on here that I wouldn't say to somebody. I think people kind of know that about me already. So.
Well, when you get older, that's the way it works.
I've kind of always been like that because I've been given the business too many times to want to be like that. But that's another story for another day.
Yeah. Tim Malone in here saying, when I grow up, I want to be like Mark.
Tim, you're already better than me, man. Don't don't downgrade yourself, buddy. I just wish we could put a couple more fish in this boat here pretty soon.
Ozark guy's in here plugging his digital business cards.
We're going to have to ask him not to do that.
Don't do that, Ozark guys.
Thank you very much. Not that I don't wish him any success, but now's not the time or place.
So you guys got to go out on the boat when she came up, right? You got to go out.
Yeah, we went out on what was it, Thursday night? We didn't even get a bump, nothing. And then we went out. Then that Friday we had some really heavy storms with like 70-mile-an-hour winds move in, so we didn't get a chance to get out. But we got out on Saturday, and we hooked up to 4 fish. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get them in a boat, but at least they could tell that I could put them on some fish or show them where the fish are. So I was pretty
Yeah.
happy about that. I just wish we'd have put one. One was pretty good size too, though. So
Yeah, and it was hot. I remember you guys were talking about she was in the shade of a tree, in the shade tree, or went over there. She wouldn't listen to you, any advice you were giving her, and she would just go and fish where she wanted to.
well, that's
And
Betty in a nutshell.
yeah, that's it. So, but it was fun, you know. And then she was over there. You were saying she was, she had pitched her line out there in the tree that had cast a shadow, something out there on the water, and she had pitched her bait out there and caught a fish, and it was a pretty good fish. I think it was a catfish.
She was standing in the shade. The shade doesn't go out over the water in that spot, but she just casted it out like right into a weed bed, and she pulled out probably close to a 2-pound bluegill out of there. She was so excited. She was so happy when she caught that. She was freaking out. That was nice to see. And then the rest of the day, I had to hear how I how she knows how to fish, and I don't need to show her where to fish. So, which is fine with me.
Yeah. Danny Stone saying, if you ever get a chance to sit down with Mark, you would truly know what a great guy he is.
Thank you, Danny. I appreciate it. We got to talk a little bit at the Catfish conference. We had an adult beverage together, and I got to meet his wife, and I got to hang out with Parker and Marcia too after hours. Man, that hotel stunk. I don't think I'll stay at that hotel again, but we won't even name it.
That
I
was
couldn't find parking. I couldn't find parking in my own darn hotel.
Brian B. catfishing in the house, saying fish on the way in 12 minutes.
What did Brian say?
Fish on the way in 12 minutes.
I hope so. Hope he's right. This number 3 just got a pop, little tiny one. Hope it's a flathead. Really wish I'd have had time to switch over to J-hooks. You might have been able to hear some bait clickers ringing. I don't think these circle hooks are optimal for flatheads. I think I lose a lot of fish because of them. It's nice to have somebody in here reading chat, though, so I can keep my eyes on the
Yeah. Oh,
rod.
yeah. I'm going to hang out with you here for just a little while. It's school night for me, but I thought I would offer, and I appreciate you. Appreciate your trust.
You're an hour ahead of me, too, ain't you?
Yeah. I am. It's about 10:47 here. All right.
You know, Justin, you had mentioned that you appreciate the trust, and you know, I don't think trust has anything to do with it when I have people on my live streams or anything. I just kind of look at my channel and my streams as my responsibility. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
yeah, so I'll have people up here from time to time, but I don't expect that of anybody. If somebody wants to come up and hang out, I usually don't have a problem with that. Every now and then, I might just want to, you know, do what I'm doing for a bunch of other reasons. I like interacting with the chat, you know, heads on, give them the attention they need and stuff. So, not they need, but you know, it makes them feel like they're part of the experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People love hearing their names mentioned.
I know. I like hearing my names mentioned.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Especially when it's dinner time, when someone say, Mark, come and eat. I'm down to it. All about it then. That's my favorite time. All right.
Danny Stone saying he's thinking about pulling his camper to the next cat con. He had mentioned earlier up here about the hotel you had mentioned. He
Danny
wasn't
needs to pull his camper
real happy
to
about
Mendota.
that.
Danny needs to pull his camper to Mendota. Dustin
Oh
says,
yeah, I was thinking about that when you guys were up in Mendota. You know, Fields to Water did the short with Parker Pursuits trying to get in his get situated in his tent. Oh, that thing was
I witnessed
that was
that
hilarious,
firsthand.
man. Yeah, it was like A baby elephant was being hatched.
All right, I'm gonna make sure we don't, just in case we do get a fish, make sure that it's not. Wow, we got lots. Look at all these, Tony. Wow.
Brian B in here saying, "Have breakfast ready when I get to the parking lot, Danny."
I like breakfast. I'll meet you there, Brian.
Yeah.
As long as you better have some bacon cooking.
Danny saying, Brian B, you bet.
I think we had bacon every day when Betty and Brandon were over. No complaints from them.
I love bacon,
Yeah, me too.
especially the applewood. Just
All right, where are these fish? Dustin, where are the fish, bud? He says he likes it nice and quiet. Yeah, I don't know if this light aids in catching flatheads, but I've caught them under bright lights before, so I'd like to think they don't. If Dustin knows where I'm at, Dustin, just south of here, man. I had this light up during a live stream, and the shad were coming to the surface like crazy. They like these lights.
Danny Stone saying, "I'd love to go to Mendota, but I'd have to cancel Florida. My wife would kill me."
Florida, Wisconsin, same difference, Danny. I'm sure if you brought her up there, she would have a good time.
You know, well, you guys were up there fishing. I watched a good bit of it, not all of it, but it was just really hard to grasp the layout of the water. You know, I didn't pull it up on my app on my phone or anything, but you know, it was a lot of 2 foot, 3 foot, and then, but it was long and wide open as far as the shallows go. And I think Fields to Water was out in the channel most of the time, dragging bait.
No, he was in the shallows as well. We were all fishing the shallows. They come shallow that time of year. Now that part that we were fishing, whether it was anchored or dragging baits, we had what, 5 or more boats in there, all doing the dragon baits ballet, and there was still room for everybody. And that was just a small, tiny part of that lake. That lake gets up to like I think 87 feet deep in certain spots.
Oh yeah,
And we
that's
were,
deep.
yeah, we were just in like maybe I don't know. I want to say maybe I don't know. Those shallows at the end, I would say is what maybe a tenth of that lake. Not if
Mm-hmm.
that might even be giving it too much. It's a pretty
Yeah,
big body of water.
I saw where Parker Pursuits and Fish and Freedom and their wives they went under some bridge somewhere and then went back up in, and it was really shallow up in there. I think that was about the last day they were there, and then that night they went back up there and bank fished, but I don't know where they were on the water.
Yeah, they were right by the entrance to Cherokee there. That's a pretty good spot right there, especially to bank fish. I actually met Guerrero Padre. I was going under the bridge and he stopped me.
Guerrero. Oh, I remember that. He was hanging off the bridge. He was trying to give you something.
He was, and I appreciate the him doing that. It was very nice of him. I went back once I got my boat on a trailer. Went back to give him a hat, and he was nowhere to be found. So if we ever meet
Yeah.
again, I got to make sure I got one for him. I need to order some more. I got 2 left in my personal stash, but I've been kind of laying low for the summer.
Oh yeah.
Last one I said, I think I sent one to. Last one I sent out was the Fracture Fix, and I sent him one because I've been promising him one forever. I just haven't crossed paths with him as often as I probably should have, but he got it, and I'm glad he finally got one. So I was happy about that.
Catfish regulators in here. He's saying, "Let's go already, old man." Old
You
man
missed it.
time. Let's go already. Old man time. I missed that.
What's up, Aaron? Oh,
Yeah, I've watched him fish off the dock quite a bit. They have put some hours in out there, man.
They were, when I woke up this morning, it looked like they had just stopped. I was like, holy smokes, they were out there a long time last night.
Oh yeah, and there was like this huge squall line came through when they were getting ready to start on Sunday evening. I mean, it was huge squall line. That thing. We had some really bad weather here in North Carolina today. It was the strangest weather I've ever seen. So we had winter-like wind shears. So we have these, we get some strong wind shears in the wintertime. But we had the 9 degrees and humidity on top of that. So when this front came through, this front started up in Avery County, which is up near Asheville, North Carolina, and up north towards Boone. This front came in here, and all that stuff collided, and it pushed 80-mile-an-hour wind shears out front of it, all the way across the state, and it was over 5 and 6 counties wide. We've got trees down everywhere. There's about, I think last count was over 200,000 without power here in North Carolina. It was awful.
That's rough. We've had weather like that too, and it being without power for any extended period of time really makes you think how fortunate you are and realize how much you depend on it, you know?
Yeah, but the thing that, and this goes back to while you're on your boat fishing, for you folks that are out there and you get those weather alerts or whatever. And, for the most part, these people that are in here watching, these fishing channels, they're got a fish on? Rod one?
Yep. That's one. Little one. Real little one. Tony, you want to flip that channel? Another channel? You want to flip that later? Man, he's got to be tiny. Let's see if it's big enough to bring home to mom. That's good stuff. That little guy, can we get him? Oh, and he's in the water. Quick release. Well, I tried to boat flip it. Sorry, folks.
I meant to do that.
That's a quick release.
I didn't mean to do that at all. I just got impatient, which is part of my downfall. I ain't gonna lie.
No patience. Yeah, I see. Aaron, when you're saying you live in North Carolina, I never got any wind and only a little rain. You're up towards the North Carolina line on above Raleigh, but all this started over in Asheville and kind of came down through Lincoln County and across north of Charlotte. This wind shear, and it was a huge mess. It was about 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Oh, it's that recent, huh?
Tim Malone says, wow, Brian B. called it. He was talking about the 12-minute thing.
Oh, yeah, actually, he did.
Yeah. Dustin Ware said, wait, 3 minutes? So I can say I got one at 10.
That one was a little on the small side, but that's all right.
Okay, Aaron, I see. Yeah, that was the straight line winds we're talking about, Matt. You're talking about massive tornadoes in North Carolina. Ozark guys fishing said I was out Saturday night, had to pull in an early, massive storm came rolling in, and when I got the alert on the NOAA weather app, it was a huge storm, 5 counties long. Yeah, man, that's what I was talking about earlier before Mark got the fish on here. So when you get these alerts on your phone, so you say you're your app, you have it on your favorite local news or whatever, and you're getting the weather feeds and news from that. It'll come up, you know, they'll issue a weather alert, and then they'll say severe weather. But there's three different types of severe weather. If you look in the alert, there's like a basic, and then and it's based on wind speeds. So like anything below 58 miles an hour or 40 miles an hour, I think it's basic, and then it goes upward from there. Then to 80 is destructive. So it has destructive severe weather. And you know, I think for the most part, I think people really ignore those things until they start getting rained on. Like if you're outside and it starts raining, and then you'll finally go inside. But it's these frontline winds, these things coming through that are out in front of the storms that'll get you. And you know, I didn't know the family. Mark, did you know the family that the guy that up in Ohio that was director of Catfish tournament that had a bad accident? Did you know who he was?
I didn't hear about that yet. No.
Okay, it's been a few months back, but I think that was a straight line win instead. You know, it flipped the boat over on him. And,
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about now.
Okay.
No, I did not know him.
Okay, but you know, you got to pay attention to these things, and I know you're in here listening, Danny. So, but you're a special case. We still don't want anything to happen to you, Danny. If you're still in here.
Midwest, here, at least in my part of the Midwest, we get our warnings. Our weather alerts are a little different because if we're getting winds like that, there's usually a tornado attached to it. So we always get tornado watches, tornado warnings, and pretty much, you know, run for shelter warnings. Those three are pretty much what you get. So you get lightning. I get lightning strike warnings from my app. It tells me, you know, lightning strike within X amount of miles, things like that.
Right.
That's how they work in my neck of the woods.
Catfish Regular says, I've got radar Omega. I'm not sure what that is.
Smash the shit out of that gun with that weight.
So
The first one. Need to get some touch-up paint for that.
did you chip it?
Oh, my wife. I put the first real scratch in my boat just with that fish.
Oh, congratulations. Just get the anchor off. Just go ahead and put a big scratch up on the side of it off the anchor too while you're at it. Go ahead, Mark.
Don't jinx me like that.
We're gonna bring Lyle in here, and we're gonna explain all of this to you.
We got a flathead here on the bank. Let's see what happens. Can hear him feeding.
Like tail smack. But
So, Mark, how far is your white light here casting out into the water behind the boat? It looks to me like it's going out there about 2 foot.
That light is going out, I don't know, maybe 10 feet at the glow.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. There's something feeding up here on the bank, so we'll see what happens if it finds its way to the baits.
Do you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. I got like, I need to get surgery on my neck, and I think that's from rubber neck, and every time I hear a tail, not a slap, but a tail swoosh, they'll do that when they're feeding.
Danny saying, he said, I was in the kitchen making a sandwich. I heard you, JG. Yeah, you're a special case, Danny, with the weather. I think I have screenshots of you with lightning in the background, 4 or 5 of them.
I don't even like heat lightning. I seen lightning hit water when I was a young man, and that was enough to put the fear of God in me.
Those aren't guys saying the last storm that came through the other night before. Came through the night before, came flying in, storm moving 75 miles an hour with a wind gust up to 95, and it was a pop-up storm. I want to tell you something. 95 miles an hour winds will absolutely blow your little shed down.
And then some.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's hurricane, man.
It looks like the bugs are getting a little less. Hear that owl? We got owl. It sounds like they're talking to one another. There's more than one. Haven't heard any raccoons fighting yet today, or coyotes.
Danny Stone said, my wife tells all her friends I'm special. Don't think it's a compliment, though.
Danny, my wife tells me that all the time.
Oh, yeah. You're not alone, Danny.
Especially when I try to fold a sheet with her.
My wife says I'm high maintenance, man.
My wife tried to tell me I had too many hobbies. I said, what? Fishing? What else I got? She couldn't answer, so here I am.
Yeah. It might have something to do with all the equipment to run the hobby.
Don't let her hear that. I don't think she gets it enough.
Oh, man. Dustin Ware asking, what's Tony doing? Just sleeping on the boat?
He was snoozing a second ago. He's nodding off a little bit.
The seats are comfy.
The seats are comfy.
Yeah, man, it's a nice boat.
I'm going to swap these out for Millenniums because I think those are even more comfy.
I want to tell you something. I was right there with Mark I was right there with him when he was doing his live stream on Mendota, and he was in his old boat, and he was setting in the boat, and it was pitched. It was pitched a little bit. And I can't remember whether he had caught a fish or something was going on, but this was his exact words. I have come to the conclusion that I need a bigger boat. And that's what he said. And it wasn't long. It wasn't long.
Since he got that boat. That boat caught a lot of fish.
Yeah,
though.
he was. Yes, sir. You sold the boat, right, Mark?
I did. I got exactly what I was paying for it too. Exactly what I was asking for it. My bad.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I sold it to a guy who's gonna. He's actually hauling it up to his camp up in Canada. So that boat is in Canada right now. I'll check that bait in a minute, see if he comes back. It's going to be a channel cat kind of night until we move, Tony. We're going to have to move in a little while.
That's cool. I have fun.
You still awake?
100%.
Yeah, Mark Barman in the house.
What's up, Mark? How you doing, bud?
That was pretty cool.
He
Said he
says,
worked,
my wife thinks I'm a god, and I don't tell her no different.
Still like a wise man.
I worked outside for a long time. I think 12, 13 years almost. And I had enough of getting rained on. So if I don't have to sit out in the rain, I'm a happy man. I'll do it, but I'd rather not.
Yeah.
If I'm out on vacation fishing or something, I'll fish in the rain. But if I can stay home on my couch while it's raining, that's usually going to win.
Mark, you have that boat came with an inverter in it, didn't it, for AC?
No,
You didn't. It didn't come. I thought you said it came with it had an inverter in it.
no, it doesn't. I do have a Blue Eddy power box that I use.
Is it? You can plug AC into it.
You can. You absolutely can.
Okay. Do you have a fan on the boat?
I have one at home. I didn't think I'd need one today.
Okay. But you have one you can use on the boat. Is it
I
battery
do.
operated?
Yeah, it runs
Yeah.
off of my rigid drill batteries.
Yeah. Region makes good stuff.
I happen to agree. I haven't had any problem with any of their tools, and lifetime warranty is kind of what catches me. So no matter what happens, to a tool, they'll replace it. So, but you got to register it. If you're listening to this at home, if you don't register it, they won't replace it. So as soon as you buy it, register that darn thing. Can't believe I tried to boat flip that catfish. What's the matter with me? And it's not the first time I've done that, Justin. I do that all the time.
It's number one again. Come on. There it is.
There he goes.
It came back. He remembered it was there.
What's on there, Mark? Big old bluegill?
No, I got shad on there.
Oh.
Elephants eat peanuts. So not only will you catch flathead on shad, you're going to catch a lot of channel cats, dude. Usually if there's a lot of channel cats around there, they say there's not flatheads around, but I'm kind of like the school of thought that if you can make enough noise with channel cats and flatheads, they'll come around. See what the commotion is. There it goes again.
I remember
Did you watch Avid's show last night, Mark?
No.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Justin?
Did you watch any of Avid's show last night?
I did not. I
Okay.
fell asleep on
Yeah.
the couch watching TV with the wife, and there I stayed until later in the evening.
Well, he had the Monty on there with the
guard dog.
explaining that. Those things are pretty neat. I think as a bank fisherman, that would be a grand idea. I think my deal with it was, he talked about, some boaters using it, this, that, and the other. But when the fish pulls the rod down and it releases, that metal piece is going to fall. And all I can think about it, that thing falling, scratching the boat up and stuff like that. So that was kind of out for me.
I'm sure you could tie like a safety string to it so it stays connected to the rod.
Yeah, and there's people doing it. I just haven't seen how they have it set up. But that thing was pretty neat. I didn't know anything about them, but Monty explained it really good. There you go. Fish on. Real.
Another channel cat, little guy. Can you turn on that light behind you? Oh, goodness. I think it's that same. Oh, this guy. Oh, my God.
It's bait for a flathead.
If my mom ate whole fryers, this would go in the box, but she don't, so.
I thought you was gonna save Mama some fish.
She won't eat them. She won't eat them this small. She likes the bigger ones.
Well, you just had the one-eyed catfish, and then you threw it back.
No, actually, I got one in the cooler right now.
Okay.
There we go, little dude. This one's maybe a pound and a half, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Still got the little speckles on the side.
You've been the one bothering it. It's a little action. At least these shad aren't falling off, Tony.
True. They froze pretty good.
If they're staying on, if I caught that fish with that little guy with 8-on hooks and a whole shad, they're staying on there pretty good.
I hear you, Lance. I thought about that. Lance is talking about the wear, what the guard dog, how the wear is on the rods, and that was one of my things too. I talked about too, Lance. Well, my thinking about it too was how it wears the rod. And Danny Stone's talking about your fish. He said that's the size I prefer to eat. Best flavor, hands down.
That's what a lot of people say. Those whole fryers. Whole fryers.
Dustin Ware in here saying bait.
Yeah, pretty much. I've seen guys using that big. I'm not big on using channel cad for bait.
Boy, I tell you what, that night, you were like, I think it was when you first, it might have been one of your first night fishing out of the new boat, and then Lyle came up and read chat for you.
He did.
Yeah, and then, but I don't remember if that was the first night or not, but I was in on that conversation, and there was, we had, I'm showing about 39 people in the chat here, if I'm not behind the stream. But oh my gosh, did we have fun? I even sent you a screenshot of that night.
You did.
I did.
Lyle's good people. I like Lyle. I consider him a good friend.
Well,
can't wait to fish with him next month. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully we can get out there.
Are you going towards him, or what's happening there?
I'm hoping to. We were talking about September.
Okay.
I don't do well in that heat that he has down by him, but I was hoping to get out on the Chippewa flowage here in the next couple of weeks, but I don't think that's going to happen. I got too much going on at home.
Some of our friends down in Arkansas in that area, man, they're screaming for rain.
We were hurting like that for quite some time. We finally got a little bit, and if I remember correctly, looking at the weather, we're going to get some throughout the week, but that don't mean it's going to be an amount that's going to matter. So we'll see what happens.
Ozark guys is in here saying, you coming down to the Lake of Ozarks? You'll love it here, Mark.
I'm sure I will. There's a lot of places I'd like to fish. I got such a long list. It's kind of overwhelming. Kind of get analysis paralysis, you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
Try to figure out where to go and end up not going anywhere at all. That happens to me a lot.
I get that way too, Mark. It's just 50 things going on, and you're trying to focus on one thing, and then you get all these distractions. But I do understand what you're saying. It's just you try to plan something, and then you're like, oh well, this might be better over here, and then you try to plan that, and then you turn around, and nothing ever happens.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I was saying there was going around the barn and scratch your butt, but I think it's called senior moments. I don't know.
That could be.
Yeah, I have plenty of those.
As long as I'm fishing when I can fish, I'm a happy man.
Yeah, fish when you can. That's the saying.
It's better with good friends. It's an adventure on new waters and stuff. But if you can only fish the waters near you for what you got, go ahead and do it. You're not going to be upset that you did.
Yeah, so I've been, yeah, I have to fish a lot by myself, so that means I'm trailing the boat in and out of the gear.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too, man.
yeah, it's me by myself. And a couple of weeks ago, I invited Freddie back up to Lake Wiley to fish with me. Oh my gosh, Mark, he could back the trailer in the water. He could get some rock. He cut some bait up. I thought I was in. I was like, oh my god.
You don't know what to do
You
with
could
your.
come visit. I don't. It's like, oh,
I know.
you know.
Here,
Oh
let
Lord.
me give you a word of advice. I've fished by myself a lot. The problem is when you get someone who wants to be helpful, and God bless them, Tony. God bless you. It throws you off your workflow, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
And I end up leaving stuff out, like leaving bait back at the truck and having to make a 1 mile ride back to the truck and get the bait.
Oh
I've
no,
done that.
nobody's ever done that.
I've done that.
No, you don't. You
Knock
don't.
on wood, it hasn't been a drain plug yet.
Well, you got to keep the spare drain plug on the dashboard because can you reach your drain from the inside?
No.
So when you flip up, is the battery box is under the cooler right there, right?
No, that's a 31-gallon live well. I have two bulkheads right in front of the
Yeah.
motor that I can stick my hand in there. But if worse comes to worse, the river is so shallow here, I would jump in and plug it from the outside. I got no problem with that.
Right. You've got a ladder on the boat to get back in.
Yeah, I got a ladder
Yeah.
on the boat, absolutely.
Yeah. But most of them, you can get your hand down there and put the plug in from the inside.
It's a little
hmm
far down for me to reach
hmm
off the boat.
hmm
Um,
But if that ever
most
happens to anyone listening, if that happens to you, if you don't put, and you're sitting there and you forgot to put the plug in, or the plug came out, while you were running or something, having bilge pumps is a must have in your boat. But you can flip on the bilge pumps, crank the engine up, and plane the boat out, and the water will come out of the back of the plug
Yep.
because that's putting the water below, under the hole coming out, and the water will drain out of the boat as you're running, and you can get most of it out like that, uh, and then that will get you out of a pinch, or you can run it until the water gets out, and then you can pull over to the bank, or if you have an area, you can pull over and then put the plug in it right fast. But that's a little tip if you get in a bind.
Here's the problem when you're a solo fisherman for the most part, like me. By the time you put the boat in, tie it up to the dock, go park the truck and walk back, the boat's got too much water for you. You got to run back and get your damn truck.
Hey, that's true.
Ask me how I know. Usually you know by then when you forgot the plug.
Mr. Stone, good night to you. And
Hey, Danny,
Mark, catch tons of fish. He said,
I'm
most of
gonna
all,
try,
be
Danny.
safe out there, brother.
Oh, there's another one. Number one.
Ozark guy says, how about coming back 30 miles to get a drain plug because it was sitting on the table? Man. Dustin Ware saying, I left my sonar home before, and I had to help um, setting the boat up to go out. I don't know. Maybe I didn't read that right. Okay, Tim, I won't tell him.
Uh-oh. Tim's gonna make me look
Tim,
at chat.
yeah, Tim alone.
Tim Malone? You mean Tim Molina? Tim
Okay.
Molina, that's it.
Molina. Tim Molina.
There you go.
Sorry, Tim.
Freddie's good people. He's probably sleeping. He's been working so hard on getting that FOA stuff rolling.
He's been nonstop. I'll be right back, Mark.
I'll be here. I ain't going nowhere. At least not without you good people. Oh, thank you. Gonna need those.
Hey, Mark, check out my little logo.
Okay, hold on a second.
It's a catfish playing drum set.
I like it already, and I haven't even looked at it. Very nice. Let's see. Let me give you a. Can I give you a solo screen from this little layout here? Remove from stream solo layout. There we go. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Cool. I like it.
Yeah, I started playing drums when I was 9 years old. I'm 56 years old, and I've never let up. I've played thousands of shows.
Very cool. I just like the
But it's,
drums.
it's what I do. It's what I do, and I catfish, play music, and I catfish, and I'm still married. Amazing.
Maybe your wife likes music. They say it's easy to get a girlfriend when you're a musician.
Is that what they say?
That's what they say.
We'll leave that one right there.
It might be easy to keep a wife that way too. I don't know. My wife likes me because I can fix stuff.
You better read these chats.
Okay, hold on. Coming in the chat. Coming in hot. Let's see what's going on here. Mark, what's considered legal bait in your state? Legal bait in my state, it's kind of iffy. If it's legal, if there's all right, you're gonna get people that are gonna say you can use stuff like bluegills, obviously shad, any rough fish. But there's also a lot of people that'll say you can use as long as you're within the legal size and creel limit, you can use that for bait if it's been caught on rod or reel. It's real iffy, so it all depends on how you want to push your luck when it comes to that. Me, I keep it legit. What I feel is stated you can. Everything from like uh rough fish. I haven't used carp in a while, but I like using small live carp. Bullheads you can use, bluegill you can use, shad obviously, things like that. There's people that use stuff like channel cat. I don't really do that. And people that use bass and stuff or crappie. I'll use crappie heads. I'll save them and use them on the river because there's no size or creel limit here. But as far as using a whole crappie, I'm gonna eat it. I'm saving that for dinner. That's just the way I am. All right. His woman does that, Justin. My job is to get him in trouble. Oh, okay, Justin. And as long as you don't get caught, okay? A bluegill, bullhead, shad, creek chubs. I left creek chubs out. Angler DeVille, what's going on, bud? How are you? We're good. What is considered game fish? Muskie, bass, walleye, stuff like that, I guess, is what I would consider game fish. We have slot limits here on Flathead on the Fox. There is no crappie limit on the chain or on the Fox. There's a season for smallmouth bass and a size limit. I don't think there's a slot limit for smallmouth. Other than that, there isn't too much. I think there's muskie, obviously. There's a walleye limit I'd have to take a look at. I haven't looked at that in a while. I have a copy of the rules and regs on my phone, so if I need to or if I question it, look it up as it goes. You still with me, JG? Or did we lose you? Can you
Oh
guys
no,
still
I'm
hear me?
here. No, I'm
Okay.
here. Yeah, I'm here.
We're probably going to go live until 11 o'clock. And then we're going to do some covert fishing, turn these lights off and fish in the dark, see if it makes a difference.
It will make a difference. You
Yeah, I
know,
think it will.
I use those, I use some LED green lights that are underwater lights off my boat. I have a couple of those. I think they're made by Lumacy. And you drop those off the boat and they just light up the whole world. I mean, they've got them all different sizes and money. You can spend anything from $30 to $120 on a light.
Oh, I've seen them for more than. I've seen them
Yeah.
way up there, like up near $400.
Oh yeah, that's some of that offshore stuff.
No, these
Man,
are
those
for
are all
crappie. These are for crappie lights.
Oh no, that's not going to get in my boat. No,
You and me both.
no, no, sir. But you know, I've got those $35 or $40 lights or whatever, and I have a couple of them, and you can drop those out but what I'm saying here is those fish are outside of, you know, your catfish are preying outside of those lights, and they're swimming in the dark. So, you know, those, you know, if you put down rods out and you've got your lights out, you know, you might get one, you know, it might not be as bright, but in shallow water, it's going to light the bottom up for sure. So,
I got 4 feet of muddy river before bottom, but that doesn't mean that it ain't going to get down there.
Ozark guys was saying that in Missouri that we cannot use game fish for bait, but we can use bluegill, carp, shad, chubs, perch. The crappie and bass considered game fish here. That's correct. Same way in South Carolina. You can't use game fish for bait. If you Ozark guys, I don't know if you tune into Palmetto Cat's channel. He fishes a lot in South Carolina.
I heard that. That didn't sound like a fish, though. Sounded like a raccoon washing food.
Washing dishes.
Well, they wash their food before they eat it.
Yeah. I got a big, like a 35-pounder that lives in the back of my neighbor's shed. I mean, when this thing comes out, I swear to God, like he's as wide as the bucket. Just humongous. When I come home from fishing and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll pull up and I keep the garbage cans at the end of the driveway. He'll come out of the garbage can and you just see him like, how am I going to get off this garbage can? But as soon as the headlights hit him, he just jumps off and runs. But he's huge. My dog got a hold of him one time, bit him 2-3 times, and made him run back under the shed. 2 o'clock in the morning, letting him out. The rag just heard it in the garbage can.
Scared, caught. I opened up the back door. They must have known it was out there. They caught a coyote off guard, scared it out of the yard. That I've never seen a coyote jump over a fence before, but that it did it. And it's funny because that coyote could probably take them 2 little dogs, but they didn't give a shit. They're like, "You're fine." And then they cornered they kind of killed a rabbit like 3 weeks ago.
Mark David Smith's asking you a question in here. Mark, did you have the red inside lights installed in that boat?
Not in this one. This one comes here. Let me see. I'll light this up. This boat comes with night lights. They're white though, and I don't keep them on because of bugs. Can you see them? They're already installed. I was trying to think of a way to change them to red, but if you do notice, let me find my remote here. If I turn this light off, I have red lights underneath my fishing rods, which I use when I'm fishing and not live streaming. The only reason, did you see that as soon as I turn off that light? It's
A bunch of little minnows.
got a bunch of little darts or something out here.
Yeah, they're over here. Look.
They're everywhere. That light's attracting bait fish.
They're eating these little flies on top of the water. Whatever these little bugs are.
Is that a
But
dock
yeah,
out?
I wish I could have the red lights throughout my boat. I thought about getting some paint or some nail polish and going over the white LEDs, but I haven't gotten the cojones up to do that just yet.
I don't think we're going to be putting nail polish on that.
I've done weird stuff.
I've done some dumb stuff too.
I do that kind of stuff daily.
Yeah.
Ask
What was
my
that?
wife.
That was old Steve Martin joke.
Yeah.
You remember Steve Martin? That guy's
do.
crazy. He had that album out called, or that was called that guy's crazy.
Yeah. Somebody hates these fans. Remember that from The Jerk when they were shooting at him and they were hitting the oil cans? Man, that was a long time ago. I was a kid when that was out.
Steve was talking about going to a yard sale and buying weird stuff. It's like, I bought a fur sink one time.
Was it used? Or was it a toilet seat? Thanks, Dustin. Have a good
Mike
one,
Turner, 712 catfishing in the house.
What's up, Mike T? How you doing?
Dustin Ware saying, later, guys. Hope you come across a flatty.
Nice. JT said about time you showed up.
Oh, did he?
I haven't been out fishing in like 2-3 weeks.
I told him you were late.
Oh, okay.
JT's the guy who owns one of the owners of the marina. I was talking to him before I hit the water today and telling him I was meeting Tony out here.
I've had my kayaks on top of my red boat for the last probably 3 weeks. I haven't had
It's him on there. Oh,
What, it's become a permanent fixture.
it's getting there.
I got to take them home, put them back in the backyard. It just makes it easy. I live 2 minutes away from the river, so I can always just throw them in the back of my truck, go down river, and escape for the day.
What size are they?
12 foot.
Oh, yeah.
A little stability. It's good.
Yeah, I was looking at some of those kayaks, trying to figure out which ones would be safe. I'm a pretty good sized fella. I mean, I'm 6 foot, 225, and
you won't have a problem. Any fishing kayak you can sit on top of, you'll be fine, Justin.
Yeah, I'm 6 foot 250, and the 12 footer is perfect.
Good. I watch kayak catfishing a good bit, and I think his is a 14 footer. He has two kayaks.
Is he still in a Hobie? I think he was in a Hobie. I don't know.
He has that one, and then he has the what's that? A town something?
An Old Town?
Yeah. I think the town that he has all the electronics on it. And the Hobie's the one he goes out there and does his pan fishing with.
I had a Jackson big rig before trolling motors were commonplace on kayaks. If they were back then, I'd probably still have it. That thing was so stable. I used to be able to stand on that thing with up. There's the coyotes.
Yep.
Oh, you're hearing coyotes howling?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Old Town kayaks, what that is. Old Town.
Yeah, I remember that kayak in your garage. That thing was huge.
13 footer.
That was wide, though. It was like paper.
It was a barge to paddle, though, that's for sure. But I never felt unsafe in it.
You watch Parker Pursuit go out there in his kayak. I think the thing's been broken for about 6 or 7 months, and he still gets out there and paddles that thing, goes out, and it's broken. I'm like, why don't you fix that thing, man?
Parker don't care. I think he did fix it a couple times.
I don't know what's broken on it. I don't know if it's. Do you know what's broken?
Well, no, or I could be confusing it with Ryan. I know Ryan had a couple cracks in his kayak.
This one's not cracked. It's something to do with the pedal drive.
Oh.
It's like jumping out of place or something.
That's right. He did have problems. He was trying to paddle and he couldn't, so he was having a hard time. Last tournament I seen him fishing in.
Mark Barnman, excuse me, in the house.
What's going on? How you doing again, Mark?
Mike Turner 712 Catfishing asked, Mark, what areas of Omaha were the mountain lions spotted? Some areas have a lot of places for shelter that will go unexplored.
I have no idea. I didn't know they were
Wow.
finding. You know, we had a mountain lion here in downtown Chicago, not downtown, but in the outskirts. I think on the north side of Chicago here a couple years back. Somebody had got video of the police looking for it and the thing running out from behind him and hiding into another spot. Remember that?
Wow.
That was crazy. And then out here in the north suburbs, there's starting to be bear sightings on people's porches and stuff.
Tim said in his chat here, he used to enjoy a Flint Hill kayak. He said it seemed like they've dropped off the planet.
Yeah, he was another audio guy. He was a recording engineer. He was good. Brian was good people. I haven't seen him. He hangs out with like David and Big Nasty. He's part of this. He's a good dude. I had him on my show a while back. It was fun talking with Brian. He's good people. A lot of people come and go. I can understand it, you know. Social media and YouTube and stuff. It's a lot. Not only is it a lot of work. There's a lot of other stuff that goes on with it, and people just don't want to do it in addition to their everyday life. You know what I mean? I can
Oh,
understand.
sure. But, the thing about social media with me is, that, if you want to share a life event, now this is I'm just talking about the common person here, a common family, not someone who's, what's the word I'm looking for? Being a famous person or whatever. But, I'm not going to post on Facebook when I've got my nose is running. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, oh, I'm sick, or, oh, I bumped my toe today and it hurts. And,
Well, different people need different things.
that's true. Yeah.
I need peace and quiet for the most part, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
I'm all for the peace and quiet. But I want to tell you,
for the most part, I post on my Facebook, or even when I was posting on TikTok for a while, I wasn't doing anything but just posting fish pictures or adventures or stuff like that. Other than that, I kind of stay off the pages and the drama and stuff.
right. Yeah, I don't do drama for sure. I don't.
Having to combat haters all the time gets tiresome. That's for sure.
So true.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to ask yourself, do these people make my life better? And I think a lot of people ask that question and they find the answer they're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Mark, you say you're going to run to about 11 o'clock on the live?
Yeah, I'm running till 11, and I think we're going to call it. We'll not call it for the night, but we're gonna make a move, and we're gonna fish in the dark a little bit. I need to put I need to put a flatty in this boat, and I think I could be wrong though. Noise and lights aren't usually how I do it, so we're gonna see what happens tonight. We're gonna move to one more spot and fish for maybe another couple hours, and
Oh,
then
absolutely.
head home to bed and stuff. So
Yeah. All right. Well,
what happened here? Hold on, somebody went way in reverse. Mark Barnum says lady had a video of it in her Ring doorbell. Yeah, that's not something I want to be notified. Imagine sitting up in your bedroom and getting that Ring notification, looking there and seeing there's a bear or a mountain lion on there. No, thank you. Mark Barnum says never be anybody as good as George Carlin. I do like George Carlin.
oh yeah, he was hilarious.
Matt says Die Hard YouTube. Team Mayo Outdoors says Lake Murray in the house. Welcome, bud. How are you? Let's see, what time is it here? Yeah, we're gonna go 15 more minutes. We'll stay live, and then we'll shut her down. Let people go about their business. If you guys are up late at night, make sure you check out Hog Legs show tonight, obviously. And then if you guys want to see me again, I'll be on Wednesday night with Lyle on Panfish Nation. That's something I really like to do, is hang out with him on that Panfish Nation. Looking forward to that. Other than that, I'm gonna eat my sandwich after we're done, because I hate eating live. I've done it, but I don't like to do it. Even the channel cat bite died off over here. I know where we're gonna try. What the hell was that?
Jumped out of the water.
You guys, what kind of headlight is that? Is that one of them new ones? Oh no, that's the older stuff. You guys ever see those new headlamps that they kind of got a line across the whole front of it?
I got one at home. I don't like them.
You don't like it?
No, it's not bright enough. I've gone through a lot of headlights, and I think that this one, out of all the ones that I've had, is probably the best one. And not so much that it's like the brightest one, but the red light is probably the most important thing to, obviously, anybody catfishing, right? Like the red light is super, super bright on this one. On the other ones, not so much. Like,
I might put a red piece of foil over that Compax light.
if it's bright enough, yeah.
Burn it.
The one my mom gave me was it was a good thought, but it wasn't a really bright light. I'm like, if I'm looking 6 inches away from me reading a book, it's perfect.
Tim Mayo Outdoors is in the house.
Hey, I think I said hello.
Team Mayo Outdoors.
Team Mayo, what's your name mean? What do you mean? Do you like mayonnaise that much, or is that a place in the United States? Is that a name? Do I like mayo that much?
It has to be Duke's.
Oh, let's not get started on that.
Are you bringing on the Hellmans?
I'm a
Come on,
Hellman's
Mark.
man through and through.
Oh my God.
All you Dukes fans are wrong. That's all I'm going to say.
We can't be friends anymore, man.
Betty brought a jar of Dukes with her when
Uh-huh.
she came over here. And
Oh, yeah.
I actually had to taste it again to make sure it was as inferior a product as Hellman's as I thought it was. And I was confirmed. I made sure she put it in her cooler and took it out of my house with me.
Yeah, take this with you. Oh, Lord. You get wars started over that. Mayo wars.
Oh. What do you say, you folks in the chat? What's your favorite mayo? Is it Duke's? Is it Hellman's, or is it the nastiest of the nasty Miracle Whip?
Team Mayo says that's his last name.
Oh, cool. Well, awesome name, man. See, Matt says Hellman's.
Want to be outdoors is going with the Hellmans for life. Miss
Listen,
Kennedy.
We got 3 channel cats in the boat, and one that I did a quick release at the side of the boat because I was too lazy to net the darn fish. No flathead bites, but it is what it is. We got lots of bait. We're going to shut her down at 11 o'clock, and we're going to do some serious flathead fishing here in the dark. Move a spot or two maybe, and if I catch something, I'll post that stuff on my community tab and on my Facebook page. So hopefully we'll get on them. Anything's possible. We'll see how long I can keep Tony up. If I'm still up when Hog Leg starts, I'll go on there. I think he's been starting at 4 a.m. though, so I don't think I'll be up there.
He's at 5. He starts at 5 a.m.
Yeah, that's 5 your time. That's 5. That's 4 my time.
Yes, sir. I was thinking about that big old pool noodle you've got on your net, and I was like, that thing would be hard to grab a hold of that thing, Mark, you know?
It's plenty long. You can grab it, but I do that when I'm fishing by myself. I like to rest that net on the gunnel, and I did
Yeah.
not want to scratch the gunnels on this boat. But now I guess I can since I already did it tonight. So
There you go.
that ship has sailed.
Missy
Uh,
Kennedy saying Kraft mayo.
That's better than Duke's, I guess.
I'm a Dukes man.
I can tell.
Yep. What kind of soft drinks you like, Mark?
I like Diet Coke for the most part. That's it.
Diet Coke.
Yeah, I drink way too much, but I'm trying to drink more water. So
Yeah.
I'll have a
Tide
cup of
Wait,
coffee.
Sinker's in the house.
I'll have a cup of coffee or two in the morning. What's going on, Brad? How you doing? I actually got your weights on now, Brad. Finally lost all my old ones. I'm on to the new shiny ones you gave me.
He's a weight making machine.
He is.
Miss Kennedy says they have no power.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Missy.
Yeah, it says she's going to back out and save battery.
All right, have
All
a
right,
good
Miss
one,
Kennedy.
Missy. Stay safe, dear. Oh, Brad.
Oh, come on, man. Miracle Whip. Oh, God.
Jesus. The crap we talk about, Tony, on this, no?
Come on. PBR is the best beer.
It is, isn't it? That's right, with red, white, and blue. Man, that PBR is some nasty stuff.
Hey, I've had plenty of PBR in my day.
Well, old
You ain't-
Milwaukee's best. You get
You
some
ain't
old
living-
Milwaukee's best.
Exactly. You ain't living until you had some of that old Milwaukee's best. I remember, Schlitz was huge here in Chicago.
yeah.
My dad
Oh,
was a
yeah.
big Schlitz drinker. Oh my
Oh,
God,
yeah.
I had one with him a couple of years back.
It was
man.
awful.
Oh, it was horrible.
Awful.
Horrible.
It was. And it still is.
I told him that's so bad. I'm going to tell him. I said it's horrible. I told him it in Spanish.
Yeah. Your cerveza is.
I don't drink too much beer anymore. I don't drink that much anymore. I'll have a mixed whiskey cocktail or something when I'm out to dinner, but not like in my younger days.
Yeah, I don't have time for it. Now, after the studio work and stuff, I'm in the studio recording once a week, and then after that, I'll sit around with the fellas and have a couple of drinks. But
yeah,
that's about it for me. I don't come home from work drinking or anything like that. I guess I moved on from all that.
I used to bring one beer with me every time I went fishing. So if I got like a one worthy of having a cocktail, I'd have it on the boat. I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, it's your reward beer.
Kind of a celebration.
Yeah, reward beer. We call that around my house. We call those Cersei's. It's a Cersei. I brought you a Cersei home today.
Never heard of that. What's that mean?
Cersei, it's just a special gift. I mean, something little that you bring home to your wife, or just something that you would give a friend, T-shirt, or it doesn't matter, like a candy bar, some favorite candy or something like that.
When I bring my wife home a candy bar, she calls it a wife tax.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what it's called in my house, wife tax.
Well, women love chocolate, man.
There ain't no joke there.
God, they love
Did
chocolate.
Brian B say what mayo he likes, if he likes mayo at all?
Brian B, what mayo did you go with? He may not have heard us. He's in here saying hello to people.
Miracle Whip.
The only thing beer is good for is beer butt chicken on the grill. I don't even like beer can chicken, to be honest with you. I think it's too mushy to me.
Man, you just can't. Big Skip Fishing Dukes! Exclamation points.
What's up,
Brian
Steve?
B. Brian B's on his still on his diet. I guess he says no mayo for him.
Oh, maybe he just don't like it. I'm guessing.
Yeah, but he might as well just get him fixed up with some macaroni and cheese and send him on his way.
Brian might have just shown his cards. So
Is
maybe,
that what?
yeah, maybe the next person that wants to do a 1v1 with Brian, maybe Mayo should be the wager.
Uh-oh. Busted. You've been busted, Brian B.
He's gonna hate me for that one.
I know it. Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir.
You got about 4 minutes left. I'm gonna back out of here and let you close your show out and say
great.
bye to your guest and all that. Man, thanks a lot for letting me come up. I hope this is my very first event of reading chat for someone, but just wanted to try it out and hang out. And I appreciate you letting me come up. And still got long ways to go here with my lighting and things of that nature. But I'd like to reach out to you personally sometime, Mark, and talk about your setup and how I can improve here. But man, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys, Tony. You have a good evening. And
Thank you.
yes, sir.
For your
Y'all
help,
enjoy.
man.
Yeah, man. And peace, everyone. We'll talk to you later.
Later. All right, folks, we're gonna finish this out here. It says, Mark, you got the boat looking great. Thank you, Brad. I gotta still do some tweaks. I don't know. I was talking about earlier. I got a Talon sitting in the garage. I gotta get the motor pulled off and get a bracket sandwiched between the motor and the transom, so we'll have that Talon on here. I got the last of the parts to mount my live scope pole, things like that. Looks like I need to get me a little touch-up paint for one of the gunnels that I smashed with one of your weights tonight, bud. What part am I waiting? I'm waiting for the bracket that mounts on the rails, Skip, if you're wondering. For the pole, for the live scope pole. I should have just mounted it on the trolling motor, but I wasn't thinking. I had everything. Mac and tuna I eat, but that's about it. Mac and tuna. I'm not big on that tuna helper. Smoky Mountain Expo in Speedwell, Tennessee right now. Oh, cool. You're out there now? I thought Jody was going to that. I could be wrong. Personally, if I was having a fishing expo, it'd be in the dead of winter because people are dying to go fishing, to do anything with fishing. You looking at the minnows again? Is there a lot of them?
Popping up, and then there's I don't know, something's eating them.
Could be white bass.
I know drum feast on them too.
Tents don't cost you less, Mark. That's true.
It's character.
Character my ass. Sorry, did I say that out loud?
He's like, let's get character remover.
I got enough dents in me. I still got new boat syndrome. It is what it is. And I'm just being humorous. I'll live. I ain't worried about it. All right, folks. Well, I appreciate y'all watching. We're coming up. We're at 10:59. You guys are awesome for hanging out with me. Let's see what Matt says. I was supposed to go to that, Brad. My team didn't get the rods in time for the maker. Okay. Tim Molina says, tuna is a waste of time to me. I'd rather eat sardines if I had to. Wait, hold on, Tim, it scrolled up. If I had to eat fish out of a can. Brad, I'm going to have to get with you on some no rolls or eggs, 8 and 6 ounces. Brad will take care of you. All right, folks, again, thank you very much. I'm going to spend a little time with my buddy Tony here. We're going to go do some fishing on a different section of the river. So I appreciate y'all for watching. You guys are awesome. As always, you guys have a great one. Thanks, JG, for helping out. I appreciate you. Get out and fish, do all that good stuff. Remember, keep KP in your prayers. Keep Wayne Husk in your prayers. I think he might be having some health issues too. I don't know. Usually he'll be watching. If not, I know he was doing with some stuff. And that's just a few of the people in the catfish community. So if you know anybody, let me know. I'll include them in my prayers and thoughts too. So, all right, folks, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good one. God bless. Bye.